Hey guys, Coach Harvey here. I just wanted to show you a couple things about Desmos, how to use it as a calculator and a graphing calculator. So really quick, I'm just on desmos.com/calculator. You can just type in desmos.com and get there. On when you're on the screen, you've got an input bar over here on the left, and then you've got your graphing over here on the right. If you ever want to just use this as a calculator, just 300 minus 50, you can do that, and it'll show you the answer right there. Some things that you will want to know is how you can type in a fraction, for instance. So if I want to type 1/2, I'm going to type in 1, and then I'm going to type in the /2. So that's like where your question mark key is down there on the bottom right of your keyboard. So that'll get me 1/2. If I wanted to type in an exponent, I would type in, like I said, let's say I wanted to type in 3 squared. I would type in 3. And then I want to raise it to the 2. So the way I raise something in on a computer is I'm going to hit Shift 6. That's what that little caret key is up there at the top. So I'll hit Shift 6, and Desmos will automatically put you up into the exponent. So I'm going to hit 2. Now, if I wanted to say what's 3 squared plus 5, if I just went ahead and type plus 5, it'll kick that plus 5 down to the bottom. But if I wanted to keep typing up here, then what I would need to do is I would type in 3, Shift 6, which is that caret, and then I would open up a parentheses and say, 2 plus 5, or plus 4, 5, and that would keep everything up there. If I wanted to get down out of the exponent, now I could just use a right arrow key, so that would work, or something like that. So that's some of the kind of basics of the calculator. Another thing you want to keep in mind is when you're graphing, no matter what, because a lot of word problems will use different variables, like it'll use t for time and things like that. When you're graphing in Desmos, it's really best just to stick with y and x. So you kind of have to be able to replace those in your brain. So what I want to do is, if I want to type in, if I want to graph something, I just want to use that y and x number. Sometimes if you get, if you say like, I don't know, t equals 2d, it'll still graph it here, but when you get into like trying to make tables and use some of the higher level functions, sometimes this will mess you up a little bit. So my recommendation is just to stick with y and x, if you can remember to. One other thing that I wanted to show you is when you're in a Desmos activity, so this is actually not as much for the Desmos calculator, though. If you're in a Desmos activity, so let's say you're working through something here, we're not going to solve this problem right now, but if we're working through one of the activities that I sent you, if you have access to a calculator on the activity, it'll show up as a little button here. It's kind of small and kind of hides, but you can click on that and it will pull up this calculator, and that can also help you. It brings up little buttons for how to get fractions and all that. Those buttons are available on Desmos as well. You can hit my where I'm doing this recording. I actually can't see the little keyboard thing right now, but you can pull up a keyboard on this that'll give you that same functionality. Also, just another thing, if you want to square root something, you can type in SQRT and it'll automatically put in a radical for you. Hopefully that helps. If you ever have any kind of function that you're trying to type in and it's not working on Desmos or you can't get to pull up, shoot me an email and I can help you out with that. Hope that helps.